Hello everybody, this is Chris Berry. I'm going to do a video lesson on playing the song Danville Gal by Boggs. And some of you came to my banjo lesson at the Old Time Social, and this is sort of a refresher for that. And if you didn't come to that workshop, that's great too. I'm going to be teaching the tune through just like I did at the social, so you can learn it. Just from this. If you haven't tried old-time finger picking on the banjo, this is going to be a 3-finger tune. If you haven't tried that yet, I would suggest you start with my video on old-time 2-finger picking, which is a lesson on the tune Groundhog. And if you can do the different stuff that's in that lesson, that's a good foundation to go on with for this tune. The tuning for this, I'll give you the tuning, and then I'm gonna play a little bit of the tune so you have an idea what it sounds like. The tuning for this is starting from the 5th string is F sharp, D, G, A, D. F sharp, D, G, A, D. So from regular G tuning, you would tune your 2nd string down 2 frets to A, and then you would tune your thumb string down 1 fret to F sharp. The song is in the key of D. This is sort of a D modal tuning, and is one of the tunings that Boggs used for these modal tunes. It's essentially sawmill tuning moved over 1 string, if you think about it that way. Let me play a little of the tune, and then I'll teach it. Here we go. Oh, I went down to Danville, got stuck on a Danville girl. You bet your life she's out of sight, she wears those Danville curls. She wore her hair on the back of her head, like high-toned people do. And the very next train that leaves this town gonna bid that girl adieu. Oh, it's 40 miles through the rock, and it's 60 through the sand. Oh, I relate to you the life of a many-pole married man. So that's a little bit of the Danville Girl. There are more verses to it, but that's plenty to get you going, and you can hear elsewhere on YouTube, I'm sure, that the original of this tune is posted somewhere on YouTube. Okay, this tune, Danville Gal, is played with the first 3 fingers of your right hand, your thumb, your index, and your middle fingers. If you see me playing, you'll see my ring finger sort of move along with my middle, but it's not actually playing anything. You can rest your pinky and or ring finger on the head of your banjo if you want to. Just don't push down, just kind of relax your hand as much as you can. On this tune, your right hand thumb is going to be playing the 5th string, the 4th string, and the 3rd string, one of these 3. The index finger is only going to be playing the 2nd string, and the middle finger only going to be playing the 1st string. These 2 fingers are just going to stay on their respective strings. The thumb will move around a little bit. And before I teach the melody of the tune, I want to teach a couple of licks that will help you learn this tune. And the first is the sort of basic pulse, the basic rhythm of the tune, which is very simple. It's going to be your thumb hitting the bass string, the 4th string, and then the 2 fingers plucking up 2nd and 1st strings, your index and middle, and the rhythm is going to go like this. I'm not fretting anything. So just bass, pluck, bass, pluck. If you can get that down, that will be very helpful. Now the other little lick we're going to do is a roll, and there's more to the tune than this, but getting this roll down I think will help learn it. This is the 2-finger roll, which I have taught in that groundhog lesson, modified slightly. And what it's going to be is thumb, index, and we're going to be doing, the thumb's going to be hitting the 3rd string. Let me play it, and you can hear what it sounds like. Thumb on the 3rd string, index on the 2nd, thumb on the thumb string, index on the 2nd. If you can get that down pretty competently and fast, that will help. It sounds terrible just like that, but it sounds better if you fret the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, which is what we're going to be doing in just a moment. This is what it sounds like with that 2nd fret fretted. Those 2 A notes should be the same. So we have 2 licks. This lick and this lick. Notice your middle finger doesn't do anything during the 2nd lick. Okay, so to learn the melody for Danville Gal, the positions that you're going to be playing with your left hand are going to be the 3rd fret of the bass string, of the 4th string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then a little later on we're going to be playing the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. This note here. Those are the only positions that get fretted, so the open strings are also part of the melody, but if you know that in advance, that might help. It doesn't matter too much what fingers you use to play this. I'm going to use often my pinky, sometimes my ring finger. I use my pinky because it helps me get a good arch for a chord later on in the tune, so that I don't accidentally mute any strings. But again, it doesn't, whatever's comfortable for you. You could use middle and index. You could use 4th and 3rd, or pinky. Doesn't matter too much. Here's the melody of the tune. The first part, the first line of the tune is going to be this pulse, but in tune. Okay, it's going to be this pulse, and the thumb is going to play the melody on the 4th and 3rd strings, and we'll do it much slower than that. It goes like this. Let's just do that much. So open, 3rd, open, 3rd, open, open, 3rd, open, 3rd, 2nd. Pretty simple so far. Now, when you get to this note, this A note on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, you're going to play that little roll that I showed you a minute ago. So, again, that's thumb, index, thumb on the 3rd string, index on the 2nd, thumb on the thumb string, and then index on the 2nd again. So the whole first line with the end bit is going to sound like this. And you hammer on to that note on the 2nd fret. If you can't manage the hammer on, just play it and it'll be alright. again, that line. And you hit the thumb on the third string again at the end, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. Okay, the next line is going to be the trickiest part of the tune for me to describe and for you to learn. When you do it up to speed, it makes sense, but when you break it down, it's a little weird, so bear with me here. Those of you who are at the workshop understand sort of how difficult this is to explain. We've ended on this. The rest of the line, I'm going to play it through one time, all the way through, and then I'll break it down. It goes like this. So after we've played this little roll, you're going to play the thumb. You're going to fret, first of all, fret the third fret of the second string, and as you're fretting it, you're going to play the thumb on the thumb string, this note, the third fret, with your index finger, and then you're going to roll thumb, index, middle while you're still fretting this note. It's going to be thumb on the fifth string, second finger on the index finger rather on the second string, middle finger on the first string. So that whole little bit together is this. Until you can get it down pretty smooth. One more time. And it's a good idea to keep also this this second fret held down during this process, just to get the tone to ring. So you're making a little chord here, second fret on the third string and the third fret on the second string. So the rest of that phrase, you've played this forward roll and you're going to come back on it a little bit. It's going to sound like this. So it's the reverse of what we just did. You've played the roll. Then you're going to play index, and then this roll again. So put it together, and here's what it sounds like. The roll, thumb, index, middle, index, roll. And as you roll, you're hammering on from the open string onto the second fret of the third string. So again, hammer on the roll, thumb, index, middle, index, hammer on to the roll. Once you've done that, the rest of it is easy, because you're going to go back into the pattern where your thumb is playing the melody and you've got that basic pulse thing going on. The remainder of that phrase after this is just open, third, open, and then you're going to go back into this. So the last part of the phrase going up to the very end is this. The roll, open, 3 open. That's the very end. So the whole last phrase one more time, and then we'll do the whole line, is going to be this. Now, once you've got that, and you've got the whole line, which I'm going to play again, that's the whole tune. That just repeats over and over again. There's no variation in the melody between any lines of the song, really. So here it is again, very slowly. The whole thing put together is like this. Got stuck on a Danville girl. You bet your life she's out of sight. She wears those Danville curls. And it just repeats. And that's the whole tune. I'm going to talk about very quickly a couple of little variations that you'll hear him do in the tune. In addition to this basic pulse, occasionally you'll hear this. And all that is instead of bass pluck, it's thumb, index, middle on the 4th string, 2nd, and 1st. Do that as a little filler lick. Additionally, in the left hand, sometimes he will play this 3rd fret twice in a row. Let me give you an example. Instead of this, he'll play the 3rd fret twice. It'll sound like this. Very minor variation. That's pretty much it for Danville Girl. The other thing I said I would put on this video for the people who were at the Old Time Social is just a little tiny bit of discussion about Boggs's other D-tuning, D-modal tuning, which tunes this 4th string down from D to C, which gives you a tuning of F sharp, C, G, A, D. This is the tune that he played country blues and O Death and a lot of his more famous songs in. And to get the main chord in that, you just fret at the 2nd fret of the 4th string to get that D note. But here's the main lick that he plays in that tuning, which I said I would demonstrate here. He's hammering on to that D note from the open string to the 2nd fret. And the roll is just thumb, index, thumb, thumb, index, thumb, middle. So it's a thumb on the 4th string, index on the 2nd, thumb on the thumb string, and then middle on the 1st string. And coupled, when you hit the 4th string, it's going to be a hammer on. Comes back and hits the 4th string again at the end. So you have the roll, then the 4th string, and a pluck. So this is the same. Without the hammer on it, would sound like this. And with. and that's one of his main licks in that tuning. Anyway, Danville Gal, hopefully this video has helped. If you have any questions, please ask. I don't have any tablature for it at the moment, but may get some together sometime in the near future. And if I do, I'll put a link up where you can download it. Until then, thanks for watching, and appreciate everyone who came out to the Old Time Social and came to my banjo workshop. So thanks very much.